Hi guys, today I want to make these dangle bells with you. They have the pearl that's dangling right there, and we're going to make this nice little Christmas bell as an earring. They are semi-heavy, not too heavy for earrings, but if you feel that is too heavy for you, you can always turn this into a pendant, or you can hang them up in the Christmas tree because they got the Swarovski in there, and they'll be shining, of course, in your Christmas tree. So I want to do that. I also wanted to show you that this little pretty earring is going to go up on the advanced channel for when you are up to it, and I got another one that I'm working on in different colors. So they're really, and this is going to have like the 6mm emerald underneath it right there. So this is it looks pretty easy, but it's pretty difficult. It's kind of in that level where the cross was, the herringbone cross. So if you manage to do that, then you're good with these. I also wanted to tell you I finished the rain necklace, the rain-inspired necklace. It's on Patreon. What Patreon exactly is, I will leave a link for you underneath the video for that also, just in case you want to become a $1 or more sponsor or donator to my videos and help me collect my beads. One last thing, it's time for the major discounts. I like to do that once or twice a year. I think I did it last year only one time around Christmas. But these are the discounts that go up in my shop to 50% depending on how much you spend there. The discounts are in a range from 15% to 50%, and just in case you want some patterns, then from my shop, then I suggest you go have a look underneath the video for the right coupon code. So that's it. Let's get started. What do you need? We need to get started with Wildfire. So this is the 0.06. It's the 15mm that I'm using for this. I'm going to start with about 1.70 meters worth of thread, and I'm going to run that through my beeswax. Even though that's waxed, I know this will damage it less as you work along. So I'm going to run my fingers through the thread, get that on the needle. I'm using a size 10 John James needle, and you really need it, because if you use anything thicker, then you're not going to be able to pass through your beads anymore, because the Wildfire is already really thick. You will see it will damage it a little bit, but that's okay. That's the end. We're not going to be using that. So we're going to start with 6 MiniDuos on the needle. And, you know, if you don't have the MiniDuos and you want to buy them for this, buy them in white, because I think that would be prettier, white or green, dark green, or maybe red, you know, but I think white would be the best, but I don't have white. So right now I'm going to do it with silver, and we're going to pull that to the end of our thread, and we're going to double knot that. 1, and I always put them on top of each other like this before I pull that through, and then I pull the last one through, and then I pull the rest of them through. And this way I know that I won't get stuck with my first loop or second loop underneath the beads. And you know, sometimes it just goes wrong if you try to do one first and then after that the second one. I'm going to keep my thread on the top, which would be easiest. And then I'm just going to put my finger on there. And right now we're right here. So we're going to pass through all these one more time. And you're going to make that tight. And basically for every row that we do on this piece, we're going to pass through there again. So 1, 2, 3. And then come out on the other side. So we're now pushing through the knot right there, but that's okay, you can pass through there. Now we're going to pull that tight one more time, like that. And what we're going to do next is we're going to go under the MiniDuo, and then we're going to pass in the MiniDuo. And that way we'll put the thread on the back. So, picking up the next MiniDuo, and the next, and the next, And in case you're wondering how far these MiniDuos will run you, I always buy bulk packs, but I think 5 grams would be sufficient, way sufficient for making these earrings. Because there's not that much of those going in there. And then this is like the last one. I'm stepping up into the one I started with. And then I'm going to go around again. See, you automatically pull that open. It's got to be really tight. So going through there again, through all those beads. Making sure that it's tight. Wait a minute, that was on top, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, not anymore. Okay, well, put that back on the top later. We'll just push that through that hole later on when we need it over there. And this would be my last one, I would think. I'll pull that tight and you already feel that curve like basically on your finger, like that. So pull that tight and we're going to pass underneath it again. And we're going to hold that thread tight and we're going to go into that MiniDuo again. And then carefully we're going to go do the next round. Make sure we don't skip any. Last time I went all the way around and I found out I skipped one. So you can also count, you need 6. So this would be 4, 4, 5, and 6. And that's stepping up in the one that you started with. And now we got to pull that tight again. So now we got to basically work on the side. Going through there. All the way around again. It's kind of hard to hold. But because the thread isn't tight yet, you can see that where it's a single thread that just went through there before you pass through your next one where it's double thread. So here we're going into the double threads. You can see that right here in between your MiniDuos. You'll see that when you run that double thread. And then you just pull that tight. Now, time to push that one back to the top, just in case you also have it on the bottom. And again, we're going to pull that tight and just pass underneath that MiniDuo and just pick up the next one. Now, go in between, around again. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And around again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to push through into the next one and pull that tight. Okay. I'm going to lay that down for a second. Now you need a head pin, and I already got one here with a loop. I don't know exactly how long it is. No, I think 2 or 3 centimeters. I got from head to about like 3 centimeters. Yeah, that's about it. It's about a 3 centimeter head pin. You need a 6 millimeter pearl and a 3 millimeter bicone. We're gonna put an 11/0 seed bead on the head pin, and then we're gonna put the pearl on there, and then we're gonna go into our piece right here. And now you might have to juggle a little bit. You got to push it all the way up. So if that means you have to open up the area a little bit where you got your thread double threaded already, you have to make sure that it's all the way up. There. Now pull your thread, hold that tight so that it's in there. Okay. Now we're going to pick up the bicone, and this is a 3 millimeter bicone. I'm using the emerald color, so I'm going to pick up another seed bead. I'm going to pick up an 11/0 seed bead, and this is metallic bronze. And then we're going to make sure that you got to make sure that that's all the way in there, and it's in there good. I'm going to just turn that 45 degrees. Cut that off a little bit and make that loop. You gotta make sure that you got that loop closed really good. And right on top of that bead, right there. It's kind of hard. Hold on. Right there, we got it right there, and then we can juggle it a little bit. If it's not straight, straighten it up a little bit like that. Okay, so now this is going to be a little bit difficult, but if you've been with me a couple of years, you'll be okay. Get that thread out of the way, and now we need to go underneath that MiniDuo again. And the hard part about this is trying not to get tangled in this loop, with this loop, around this loop, or going with your needle through this loop. So that's kind of the hard part. Now, pull that tight so that you don't see too much thread, and then go back into your MiniDuo and try not to get caught behind the loop. Now, we need one more round, and then you get a round of 1, 2, and 3, and one round of 1 and 2. Okay, so you got a 3, 2. So going into the next, that's 1. Trying not very hard not to get caught. 2. 3. And make sure that your MiniDuos have open holes before you start this, because you're going to be really upset if you're going to bump into a hole that's closed. So basically every time I pick them up, I check if the other hole is open also. So what was that? 4. This is 5. And then we're going to get 6. And we go through there one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then push through in that next one, that first one that basically you started with right here. And pull that tight again. Okay. Now we need to make the dangle. And on this also goes a 6 millimeter pearl. So I'm putting my 6 millimeter pearl on there. And I'm going to add my seed bead on there. These are really thick head pins, I'm surprised I can even get my seed bead on there. So here too, I'm gonna turn that, cut it, close it, and then open it from the side and hang that on that other pin and then close it. Right there. Now it's going to be even more difficult to work with, but that's okay. Make sure you pull everything tight. It's Wildfire, so you can do that. You can pull it, you won't break it. Underneath the MiniDuo again, and into... Oh, that's not closed right. I'm going to close that up good. There. Okay. Now, I'm using diamonduos to go in between, but I don't know if you can do it with the regular super duos. You might well be able to do that. I wouldn't see why not, but you might have to adjust the size of the bicones that go in between. So you would just have to try that. Okay, so we're going in. Make sure that your diamonduo is with the top up, and you pick it up like that, and you go in between right here. And now it's going to even be more difficult because you got a dangle that's probably going to be in the way. But try and hold it up so that your dangle is down and it's as far away as where you're working at the time. Okay? So you can put it down like that if you're working like that, but you might get stuck. So diamonduos in between, also 6 of them. It doesn't take up much material. I think if you have like a 5-gram pack of MiniDuos and 1 tube of diamonduos, I think you can make 2 pieces, 2 sets of earrings. Okay, so this is my last one, going through my MiniDuo and then I'm going to go around again also here with these MiniDuos and the diamonduos. And again, if you have to buy them and you want to buy them because you want to make this, get this in white and make sure you got the diamonduos in white also, or maybe the, how do you call it, the red color or green color, but just make sure you got the Christmas colors when you do this. So going all the way around, trying to keep my hands up so that my pearl is as far away from me as possible, and a single thread. So I'm just basically looking at the thread, I'm not even counting anymore. Here's where my double thread is, and then I'm going to push that through right there, and then pull that also tight. Now because I don't, let's see, I got the thread right here underneath it, but that's not pretty, so we're not going to do that, so we're going to change that right now. Because we're going to put also like a little bit of snow on top of this. So I'm going to start with the 15-0 white, and I'm using white matte so that I don't have to look at that thread that goes underneath it. Not that you'll see it because it's on the back, but if you want to do it easy, you just go underneath it and just stick through there and go do the next round. But I'm going to do the snow basically right now. And for that snow, I'm going to use 5 seed beads, 15-0, and then I'm going to go through there. And then you need 15-0 silver-lined seed beads, and you need 6 bicones AB, or whatever color you like. You can use any Christmas color that you like, of course. I'm going to pick up a 15-0 seed bead, a 4mm bicone, and a 15-0 seed bead, and I'm just going to pick up the next one right here. And I'm just going to do that all the way around. So that's 2, and that's 3, and that's 4, and get the antenna out of the way, That's my doggy snorking in the background. I got 5. It's so funny at times. And we got 6. Okay. So I'm gonna come out of the diamonduo, and we're just going to push that through. So let's go all the way around again to tighten that up. Okay, almost there. There where the white is, that's where you come out. Here, and then just push it through in that one, and just come out of the diamonduo. Right there, pull that tight. Okay, now we're going to work on the side, and we're going to pick up that 5 matte. 1, or you can do shiny, it doesn't really matter. I'm using matte because I like the matte color of the snow. So 5, and I'm going to push that into the diamonduo, the top hole, and then I'm going to go down these 5 again, into the diamonduo. And I'm going to pick up the 11/0 seed bead, the bicone, and the seed bead again, and push it through into that diamonduo. Not that that works, but we're going to come out of that diamonduo right there. Pick up the 5 seed beads again, or the snow, as I should say. Pick up that one right there, that top diamonduo hole, and 5 down again. In there. And I'm doing this very carefully. I'm trying not to push it through too far. I don't want to get tangled underneath threads when I need to be on top of threads. So I'm just going through there very carefully and very gently. So I suggest you pause me now until you got all your snow on top of your diamonduos. Okay, I just added my last one, and I'm coming out of the bottom of the diamonduo, so I'm going to go up through the 5 seed beads, and I'm going into that top hole again. Make sure you don't get stuck under any threads here. I'm going to pick up the MiniDuo, and on this side I'm going to slip into the top hole. There's no way you can go underneath it, so just make sure that you kind of push that down a little bit so you don't see too much of it, but we're going to cover it anyway. So we're going to pick up 1 15/0 seed bead, and whatever you do, whatever color you're using, make sure you have a galvanized seed bead for this. Okay, so 1 11/0 galvanized seed bead and another 15/0 seed bead, and I'm going to go around in the top hole, and that should basically cover any thread you might see, up the 15/0 and into the 11/0. Now, the reason I'm saying use a galvanized, why that's important, is because you'll be able to pass through it with your Wildfire the many times that we're going to. But if you use anything else, you might break that 11-0 seed bead. Okay, so now we need 9 red seed beads, and it doesn't really matter what color you use. You can use a dark red, a light red, but we need 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're going to go back into the seed bead and then just pull that tight. Okay, make sure you got that nice and tight. Pick up another 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to go past back in that 11-0, and we're going to pick up the 3 next seed beads on the other side, and just kind of hold your finger on there to make sure that that's all tight. Okay, now we're going to whiten that bow, so we're going to pick up 1 red, and we're going to pick up 3 right here, and we're going to pick up another seed bead, red, and we're going to go through those 3 into the bow tie on the other side, and then just, if you can pick up 3. If you can't, just pull that through first and then pick up your 3 red. Now I'm going to pick up that 1 seed bead. Oh, 3 red. Be careful, don't make mistakes. 1 red through 3 seed beads, 1 red through the next 3 seed beads, and now we're going to come out of the 11-0. Now I like to do 1 long till on one side and a shorter till on the other side. I got like a till that's 11 and I got a till that's 5. Okay, so gotta pick up 11 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and on the 11th one I'm adding the same 11-0 that is right here in the middle. So picking that up, and then I'm going to skip that 11-0 and I'm going to go just back through all the red seed beads right there. Oh, missed one. Be careful you don't miss any. Got one more, come on down, right there. And then you carefully hold on to the end till, or the end bead, and then you pull that up carefully, like that. And through the 11-0 again. And now one with 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you feel that's too short, then make it 7. In this case, I'll make it 7. And the 11-0, yeah, that looks good. And through all the red beads again, into the 11-0, and this is where I say you need that bead, because this is going to be the last one and it's going to be a little hard to pull it through, and you don't want to break it. Any other than a galvanized will probably break it. Okay, now we're going to go through the loop to the other side right here into that 11-0 or that 15-0 white that's on the back. It's going to be a little bit difficult, and we're going to pick up that MiniDuo right there on the bottom, And I would pass back through the MiniDuo if I didn't feel it would break. Well, you can try it, but if you break it, you're going to be crying because you got to start all over again. Okay. And now we're going to add 3 11/0 seed beads, and whatever kind of green you like. I'm using a very, it's not even green, I think it's seed bead matte, yeah, dark green, 11/0 seed bead matte. It looks kind of bluish though, more turquoise. But so coming out of this one, and I'm skipping that seed bead right there that's behind it, and I'm going to go in up towards the next one. And I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to do that all the way around. 3 seed beads. You get, basically you get your wreath with your bow tie on it. That's kind of around the Christmas bell, and the bell will get that better shape because, as you can see right now, it just kind of looks like it's going all the way in, as to where this, it gets that nice bell shape that you want. So once this is around there, that bell has the perfect shape. Right here. And that last one, you gotta get your bow tie out of the way for that one. You gotta go in there. And don't pass through that diamonduo. Be careful, and be careful where you come out. I got stuck underneath the white thread, but I'm going to pull it through anyway, and then I'm just going to go back under this thread that the white seed beads are attached to, so that I'm out of there. Okay, now I need to go up because I need to meet up with this thread right here, and there's no way to go up without that showing. So what I'm going to do is push that thing out of the way and just go in there and just see how far you can push that needle up and see where it comes out. Right there. And just work your way towards your end tail. So I'm right here, I'm right here. I need to be basically coming out of this right here. So I'm trying to get to the end tail here. So, yep, managed it. If you go through the top, then you can basically pull your thread towards that end tail, and then you just double knot that again. Now, on one side of these MiniDuos on the top is a knot, so you will have to figure out which one it is. Is it this one? Can I go through here? I can go through here, so the knot will be on the other side. And I'm going to pull that here, in here. And if that thread doesn't go through there anymore, then don't worry about it. Just pull it away into the bead. So I'm going to go see if I can go around a little bit. I can. And then I'm just going to go down all the way as far as I can get through there. I have to do it little by little. But what you want to do is you want to come out where the bell is. Right now I'm going on the side of that, of the pearl, and I just got out from underneath here, so I've got to go back into that and then just stick it down there. So that's one. Okay, now it's really hard to cut that off. So I got this thread sepper from Foxton Bead. Now I had this thing laying around for a year and a half. It's been gathering dust. I got it for free when I purchased over $100 at Terry Ann's website, Foxton Beads. I checked her website, the thread zipper isn't there anymore, so I contacted her, I sent her an email, I said, Terry Ann, you need to put that back up. But she's been renewing her website and it's been a lot of work and she hasn't gotten around to putting the thread zipper back up. So, but she will next week. And I also asked her, like, you know, you gave me a good deal back then, like if I bought over $100, which I did because I had just got my vacation money, you would get the thread zipper for free. So could you give my viewers that same deal if they purchase over $100? And she said she could do that, so that's pretty cool. The thread zipper costs about $15. It does not come with a battery. It does not come with an extra tip, so you might want to make sure that you got that too. She has the white MiniDuos. She has the Wildfire. She has everything that I'm using in this video. So if you purchase with her for over $100, make sure you get your free thread zipper. There's a code to go with that. We'll leave that in the comments section, including her link. And yeah, how does a thread zipper work? Thread zipper, how does it work? It's a mess on my table. Get your battery, your AA battery. You just, like, this is the way it goes in, right? And then you turn that thing back on there. Okay, so it's on. Then you're going to push this area and your little tip will turn red. And then you got to just be really careful to not get anywhere where the other threads are and just kind of burn that through. And that goes really quickly. Now this is really hot when you used it, so just put that back in the case and put that aside before you do the next one, because you don't want to burn anything. And I have to say it's a wonderful tool. Now we're going to get this. If we can't get through here, then that's okay. Looks like it's not going to happen, so we're just going to push that down also. See where it will get us. Little by little. You can just go little by little underneath the threads. As long as you're under the threads, you're okay. Okay, I'll pull that tight and get your thread zipper out again. Push that button that it has. And we'll be very careful to just kind of burn it off as far as you can in there. And nobody be the wiser. Where's it at? I don't know. Can you tell? Nope. Perfect. Okay. And that just leaves us basically to straighten out the bow. Make sure that your bow is up and your dangles here are down. And if it's still bothering you, there's always a way to attach these two dangles, maybe to the seed beads that are underneath it, but I think it's okay like that. Now, that just leaves us with the ear hook. I'm just going to open that up, just kind of turn that up, hang that on there, and turn that back down. And that's all there is to it. The PDF isn't ready yet, but I'll be getting there. I will have that up. I will have that up before the end of next week. So I hope you enjoyed this one. It looks really pretty, and this I need to redo again. First of all, because it's not tight enough, not as tight as this one, and I like this one better. It has a better proportions. So if you wear these to work, I think you'll have a couple of co-workers asking you to make them a pair of them. So how much should you ask for that? Well, let me see. We got one tube of Jet Labrador here, so let's say $5 for these, and we got one, and that's also $5 for these. I don't know if white would be less expensive. I would think so, but you don't have to use a Swarovski pearl in here. I got a Swarovski pearl in here and a Swarovski pearl in here. That makes it, of course, more expensive. But you can use just any 6 millimeter pearl or round or whatever you got, you know, for this. And this would make it $10. You'd probably be able to make, I think, 2 sets out of each one. So that would make it $5 for this, and just maybe Wildfire, all the other seed beads and the bicones. I would definitely think that you can make them for under $10. But if people at work want you to make them, then I suggest you ask $25, because I think they're way worth it, especially for the work you're gonna put into it. I don't know exactly how long I worked on this, but I'll have to check that on the video. I think they take about maybe 30-45 minutes to make per piece. So $25 to $30 would be fair. And if people don't want to pay it, hey, you'll be the only one with these designer earrings. So, but I think, yeah, if you wear them to work, you'll get the attention, and people will definitely say, oh my God, I love those, and could you make me a pair? So that's it for this one. This video will be going up next on the advanced channel, and for Patreon I am planning on doing a beaded ornament for the ball, so I have to get started on that. These will have to wait for now, and that will be up next. So I'll probably be skipping a video this month on YouTube for this channel, so that basically that video is going to go up on the advanced channel. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I want to wish you Merry Christmas, because am I going to be back before in December for you guys? I don't think so, just in case. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I hope you enjoyed the earrings, and let me know if they were successful and if you wore them to work, if anybody asked you to make them, because I'm always curious about that. So I see you guys next time, and yeah, have fun making them. They're a very fun project to make anyway, so might as well make some money if coworkers ask for them, and have some fun while you're at it. Bye guys!